system software is made up of really two categories. There's system software used to look after the PC, and then there's application software, and we're going to look at both of those. So system software is basically software needed to keep your computer running properly, and this includes things like virus checks and utility programs and those kind of things running in the background that just manage your memory, manage the operations, and keep everything sweet. But let's have a look at this in a little bit more detail. Here's something for you to bear in mind. There's different types of system software out there, and you need to be familiar with them for your examination. Now, we've got file management tools like File Explorer, and we've got operating systems and all that doodah. You need to be familiar with the different types of system software out there. So you've got the operating system, you've got utilities like your compressors, your zip files, compilers and debuggers, and we're going to be looking at all of those over the next couple of minutes. Now, we've already covered operating system, so if you haven't remembered that, go back to my earlier video and watch that. So let's move on to utilities. So utility software is basically there to optimize and make sure that your PC is running smoothly. And we do use this on a regular basis, and just don't give it enough credit. So you've got file compression techniques that we're using all the time to store data onto USBs and to hard drives. We can use disk formatting, backing up software, defragmentation, which should be happening probably every 3 to 6 months, antivirus software on a daily basis. All that kind of stuff is utility software sitting in the background, providing its firewall, encryption and decryption and compression tools and techniques to make sure our CPU is running properly. Disk defragmentation. Well, once you've been using your hard drive for a while, you've deleted things and you've added new bits of work on there, or videos or large segments of data, it's quite possible that the hard drive is now being fragmented. And all that means is that rather than store, you can see here this light blue color, rather than store all the data physically together, it might well be broken down into different parts. So you'll see this particular work.doc is actually split across different parts of the hard drive. Well, a defragmentation utility tries to get all that together. So if you run a defragmenter, it'll reorder, realign, and put together all the different fragments together into one physical space, so it's easy to access. And that's significantly quicker to access than having to go to different locations to pick up the parts, bring them back together, and then decode and execute. So that's what a defragmenter does. Lossy compression and lossless compression. I'm going to ask you to have a look at a different video for that, but essentially it's a method of storing files by saving amounts of data wherever possible and trying to keep hold of the quality as best possible. Well, that's not always the case, but we will look at that at a separate day. The other job that it's responsible for is backing up. Now, a backing up utility can be easily implemented into your system, and this implementation might be the case that it's a external storage device, it might be off-site, it might be full backup, it might be incremental backup. It all depends on the kind of backup you want, but a system software will be responsible for that. So you might want to store externally onto maybe the cloud, you might want to off-site onto the cloud, you might do a copy on a CD or a USB and keep it stored somewhere else, or you might have an incremental backup where you are making a copy every single day of just the new stuff that's been done. Lastly, automatic updating. Again, this is a utility that might be responsible for downloading and updating software that's running on your system. It could be a firewall, it could be antivirus software, and the software utility is there to make sure that all your software is kept up to date. And you can either make it automatic, so it just happens when you switch the PC on, or you can have it manual so that you need to yourself update the software. Lastly, translators are a key component in system software, but we're going to talk about this in a completely separate video, so feel free to click below and load up that video. But you need to understand what assemblers are, compilers are, interpreters are. You can't handle the exam without knowing those three. So this has been 5-Minute Computer Science. Feel free to pause or go back and have a look at the individual slides. Thank you for watching.